Alright, hello everybody, welcome back. Well, as you can see, compared to my last video, I've made some changes around here. And I've spent a few hours sorting through some of this stuff, trying to figure it out what it is I'm doing, how to do it as efficiently as possible without overthinking it, right? You know, if you spend all this time thinking about it, you don't get anything done. Some stuff you just gotta think, well, that's good enough, let's get it moving, right? So because of that, I got all this stuff, well, I got all this progress done in a short amount of time. So, where to start? Well, let's see. I could mention first that I used the elevator here, the space elevator, for my upgrades. So that was interesting. Yeah, it was off camera, but, you know, I might play this again. I can share it with you guys. There's plenty of content out there to show you what happens. But I put my what do you call them? Well, I put the components needed in here, and this sealed shut, and then it's sent off into the sky. And with that, I was able to unlock tier 4 and 5, I think. So yeah, I was able to build stuff. I'll get to that in a second. That thing over there. So what I was thinking is I needed to streamline my whole copper setup. So as you can see, I moved my hub. It's not over there anymore. I built a platform over here as soon as I was able to research this building material, and I just kind of put everything off to the side here. Figured this would be my factory area. So this is all copper stuff right here. Can I jump up on this? Yeah, there's a ladder on these storage thingies. Yep, up here. So here I've got 3 smelters, and I've got 3 containers for stuff to go in, and a couple of constructors if I need specific parts. Like I realized I need rolled copper plating. Is that what it's called? I forget. What do you call a thing? Copper sheets. Okay, so this is making copper sheets. Those are going in there because I'm going to need those for pipes. Yep, got a good amount of those going so far. And these containers here were just full of copper ingots, just on standby. So this isn't even running right now. I don't even need it to be running. I was focusing on some other things for a while. I've got thousands, just thousands of copper ingots waiting for me over there. So over here was my iron project. Now this I put a little bit more focus into. If I come over here, so I got 2 what do you call them, extractors, mining extractors. What do you call these thingies? Miner Mark 1. Yeah, it's a miner. It's an extractor. So I got these mining 2 over here, and they go right into a splitter. These 3 are just going to make copper ingots as I need them. And if I turn it on, they'll suck up the juice, but they'll make a lot of ingots. And that led to me thinking about power efficiency, so that ended up happening. But before I get to the power efficiency, I'll show you over here. This is what I did for the production line for iron-related products. So, whoop, just jump over all that like it's nothing. So there's all my iron ingots going into these containers. So if it backs up, they just keep working. And to the left here, I have my screws. Yep, right. Screwing it in, not screwing it up. So those are gathering in there. And over here, whoop, yep. What I got is, well, these are the iron rods as I need them. And as you can see, iron sheets coming out of here. And they feed into this big assembler thingy. Right now it's making these reinforced iron plates. Actually, is it off? Yeah, I have it off at the minute because of power. The power setup I had, which I just upgraded. So I'll get to that in a minute. This was making rotors because I needed rotors for stuff. Oh yeah, I like my new energy legs. As you can see, those. I'm gonna get in the sunlight here. See the metal braces around my knees, my ankles? I can jump so much higher now and run so much faster. So that would be yeah, these things, these blade runners. They're definitely something. Before you go exploring, I recommend making those because they'll help you get around and they'll help you run away from things that want to eat you, which I'll get to later. So far, most of life on this planet is kind of you know, stay away from it and it won't bother you. But some stuff, if you go venturing, it'll come after you. So, what else did I want to go over? Did I already talk about my concrete setup? Well, yeah, that's just my concrete setup up there. There's probably a few thousand units of concrete up there already waiting for me, so I've got a lot of that covered. So, alright, yeah. And there's more I built out that way, but before I show you what's over there, I'll get to the power, because at that point, after I did all that stuff, I'm thinking, alright, I've got these bioreactors, or whatever you call them. I call them the right thing, biomass burners. So those work well, you know, as long as you make the fuel for it, but I had to figure out a better power setup, and that led me to looking at opening up the coal generator, which I did. So, considering how that needs water, I can tell you right now, this game has helped keep my mind busy. Things. Oh man, so I'm thinking, what's my setup gonna be for water, for pipelines? So I could build pipelines all over God's creation here to try and bring water to my coal plants, or I could just bring the coal plant to the water. Right? That should work well enough. So that's kind of what I did. So I'll go through it backwards here, sort of, I guess. So this is coming from my coal plant, which I'll get to in a second. And these are my, well, pretty, sort of like my home run jumps. So they feed out to every little spot in the factory that needs power, especially these two areas here where my factory's running. And considering how I run these power lines, they're these great big creatures. I don't know what you call them, but I just imagine them tripping over power lines and breaking things. So I figured I had to build all these platforms to get up and over everything. And in the long run, it was kind of shorter. So that's what I did here. My power solution was to just go up and over, which is just kind of like pretty effective anyway. I'll show you guys. See, everything's up in the air. See the creature down there? I had this built up to the cliffside and then ramped up, and they were just getting stuck on it and walking around it, so I just went over them. So they can keep doing their thing, and I can do my thing. Let me try and run a little faster. See? And just right over here, here's my coal power plant. Just up and over everything. Out of the way. Seemed like the best idea to me. So, this extractor, my little coal deposit, right by the water here, this is it, look, 17%. Because of the rate it's feeding coal in here, this doesn't need to be, you know, pumping full throttle here. So that's down. And, let's see, down this way is, well, yeah, these things. Pipeline pumps. So it took me a little bit to figure out how that wanted to run. But so far, they seem to be working pretty well. So there's water in there. And I come up here, check this. Yeah, the water's levels are fine. So that's working pretty well. And now over here was this, I don't know what you call it, one of those alien beasts that breathes fire. So I just put up this wall, and he hasn't burned it down or jumped over it yet, so I suppose for now it's okay. Because I haven't been able to take that thing out with this little hand taser yet. And I would go through all my nuts and berries and health things, just trying to take out that one thing. I've been saving those. Oh, I'll get to that in a second, too, because I was adventuring. I got lost on this planet for like a good hour or two. Wasn't sure I'd make it back. I tried recording, but things were a little bonkers, so it didn't work out too well. But I can tell you that story in a minute. So anyway, this is my offshore pump. So, let me just jump back over here. I haven't quite figured out the bit. I don't have like a stairway up over here yet. Just gonna kind of jump over all this stuff. So, come on up. There we go. Sure need those energy legs to traverse all this. Alright, so that's my power solution for here. So, a couple other things I had set up. Hello, strange creature. See, this thing, he looks more afraid of you than anything. I'm not worried about that guy. But, what else? If I were to come over this way, show you guys what other progress I made. I think this is quartz. Yeah, this was a quartz deposit I found. And this was full of quartz. I took it all out, moved it near my base, and have another container just full of quartz. And I left this to make silica, which I'm sure I'm going to need. Better having a container of it than not, so probably should take some out now so that I can just keep running. This is independently powered by this. There's no fuel in it right now, which is fine. I got plenty. I'm not worried about it. I have plenty of power now. These little containers are great. Oh yeah, look, there's plenty of fuel in this just sitting here. I'll just take these out and plop them in here real quick. Take out a few more. I mean, it's likely I'm going to need a lot of this silica. I don't know. I have so many things to do, though. This game is great, but I have so many other things I got to do, too, so I got to watch how much time I put into this. I see some of you guys with amazing projects, but so far, this is what I got to get up and down this way. This sort of happened. What happened is I fell. I managed to fall. I ended up on that mushroom, and I had to get back up, and I was lucky to have some concrete on me. So I made it back up, and realized, well, maybe I need to get back down instead of running all the way around. So I did that. And then I went all the way down that way, and that's when things got interesting. When I went down there, I started exploring more. And then I found this water area, and I ended up going all the way around, I guess, southwest, like really far. I started finding all these nuts and berries and mushrooms. Like, oh, I need these. Ooh, I need these. And I just kept going and going and going all the way around. And I ended up getting some interesting things. A lot of creatures out there. A lot of things to explore. I ended up with a lot of material that I can't make yet. Circuitry, reinforced steel thingies. I found some hard drives, and I got some new ways to combine materials that I don't see yet. Like one is like, I think it was like it wasn't improved concrete, but it was something interesting. Does this tell me? No, I don't have a list. Yeah, you know, it'd be nice if you guys could put a list of the hard drives you already scanned in here, right? So I can look at the things I got. Because I already forget what they're called, but they were supposed to be more efficient. This thing I gotta make next. I haven't made this yet. I might do that real quick. Let's see. I believe that's it. That was a quick recap. Oh yeah, all the things I got on my exploration. Got all these mushrooms I kept finding. Bacon, agaric. Okay, yeah, so that, bunch of these pale berries, whole bunch of beryl nuts, and those combined to make some medicinal thing that I have to unlock. I got the circuit boards, encased industrial beams, motors. Oh, these weird alien things. So these are still a work in progress, but I picked up a few of them while I was out. I got my yellow slugs, my green slugs, and I managed to find one purple power slug. Another alien thingy. And, oh yeah, these mycelia things from the mushrooms in the caves. Those caves are treacherous. Don't go on those caves till you get some power legs, okay? Just warning you. That's my advice. Alright, and from that, I mean, I guess the next thing I could make is this upgrade, and I'll try and keep this video short, because I got a bunch of things I gotta get to. But, where was it? Quartz. It's a quartz thingy. I should have enough plates, reinforced iron plates now. I got plenty of quartz. Yeah, I just threw all my quartz in here for now. There's my reinforced plates. Here's my quartz. Let's research a crystal oscillator. See what that's about. 3 seconds, not too bad. So I need 5 crystal oscillators for the next thing. Alrighty, so where do I make a crystal oscillator? In here? No. Do I need an assembler? No. Oh yeah, I unlocked fabric as well. Apparently you can make a parachute with that, so that'll be fun when I get to that. Where? I don't think I can make a crystal oscillator by hand. Why am I looking in there? I won't find it in there. It's not a production thingy either. It's not special. I am not quite sure where or how to build a crystal oscillator yet. I am not sure. No. We have to look in these things. Now, I'm not sure if there's a shortcut to looking that up. I know I can probably punch it in online, but try to put some thought into it first before I just look up the answer, you know? Yeah, I didn't see it in here. Wasn't it the craft? Oh, it is. I can make it at the craft bench. Okay. We got plenty of crystals. I got plenty of cable and plates. You know what? I could probably make 5 of these. So let's go grab. See, I'm glad I got all that quartz crystals. So let's grab a few of those up and go over here. And we needed at least 5 for an upgrade, so let's make 6 if we can. I'm gonna need more cable. I go by it? Probably went by it. Yep, sure did. Of course I did. Alright, there we go, 100 cables. So, yep, I can make a few more of these. 6 ought to be good. We'll play with one of them and use 5 for that upgrade. There we go. 6 of those thingamajigs. Plug them into the thingamabob. Click the thingamatron. Science happens. Right. So I unlocked... Ooh! The Explorer! Ah, we're gonna have to make some of those things, because there's a lot of... This place is huge. This planet is huge. Radio control unit. Alright, neat stuff. Wait, what was this? A map? Ah, I saw the key binding for a map, and I did not has one yet. So I better make one of these too before I go venturing. I did make beacons, but once I was down there and off exploring, you know, and I was thinking, gee, I really wish I brought my beacons with me. They're on one of these things. Where did I put them? I don't know, I'll find them. I got them somewhere. So, that's neat. So, crystal oscillator. Can I do anything with that as a standalone? Kind of resonant vibrating crystals to create electrical signal with a precise frequency. Well, great. It's like radio transmission. So, it's a part for radio. So, you know. What's the formula? 2 pi inductive reactance something or other. Look it up. It's neat. Alright, so with that, that's my Satisfactory setup. Oh look, there's a ladder over here. Can we climb up this? Let's climb up here. Okay, there we go. So that's my factory so far. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching my videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.